All right, we're going to get back into our League of Legends tourney. Here we go.
This is the first game of the semifinals. In the blue side, we have Team 2 who won their first game, the first game of the day.
And on the red side, we have Soup.
Enough said.
Enough said. You don't need any more than Soup. All right, so we're going to go ahead and look at these bans. So on the blue side, for T2, we have Zed and Jax. Again, Jax we saw earlier also banned. I think that was the first game too.
Yeah.
Again, common ban for them, I guess it looking like right now. We do see that Aurelia and Zac being banned, though. That threat they had in game 1 really coming out, and they just do not want to deal with that.
I feel like you definitely want to make sure that teams can't play champions that can carry on their own. Especially in tournaments where you don't know who you're playing against at all. You don't want to give them the chance to actually have a carry that can 1v9 everyone else.
Now immediately we do have the Teemo hover. Will it be a thing? We don't know. We don't know if it's going to be a thing. It could be real. It could be the Teemo pick of the tournament.
Yeah, there's the... Did you mention the Aurelia and Zac bans? They definitely came back through. So those bans came out throughout the other games, but this is the game where it matters because this is where Aurelia was noticed in this tournament. This is where Zac was noticed in this tournament. So if there's a team you don't want to play it, it's Team 2.
All right, so Vlad is going to come through. Again, he made it through the ban phase, so he's going to go on through. We do have a Graves and a Malzahar being picked right now. Most likely Graves. It could honestly be anywhere at this point, except ADC. You never see Graves ADC.
Yeah,
he's too short range for it. Actually, that was I gotta say, that was probably the funnest game I've ever had as an ADC, as Caitlyn against Graves ADC. That was just hilarious.
Yeah, you got so much range there as Caitlyn, whereas Graves has to like basically walk into you, and then he walks into your traps, and it's too much.
It's just ugly at this point. So, again, Eggy and them waiting.
You know, when it comes to contested picks, Vladimir and Malzahar are definitely ones that you don't see too often anymore, just because they're banned so often.
All right, so the Braum and Volibear are going to go through here. Eggy on that volley, Braum being picked up for most likely support, and it looks like it's maybe going to be a Leona Lucian lane. Again, Leona hasn't seen much change. She has kind of gotten a little more popular. She will be locked in, as we do see Lucian being hovered right now. Again, it's a good idea, I think, if you take away the Lucian in this case against the Braum. Again, it's a pretty nasty combo. If you have to go up against it, they are going to go ahead and lock it in.
I'm real scared for those Volibear ganks, especially in the bot lane, because all he has to do is grab one person. Braum goes and applies his concussion bros, gets the passive on them, and suddenly you got a dead ADC, you got a dead support.
Alrighty, so Mr. Jared, it looks like Malphite being hovered right now. Again, we saw it in the last game. We didn't really see it really used because it was such a stomp. Again, we do see this Ashe being hovered right now, going for that Freljord combo lane. Poppy maybe being hovered. It has to be a top laner, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, so that means Vlad's going to be in the mid lane here, just based on what we're seeing on the hovers for this last pick. Yeah, so Vlad against Malzahar, what do you think?
Vlad versus Malzahar, they're both really freaking annoying champions, I'll give them that. I think Vlad does have enough sustain to last long. Again, it depends on how long he gets. He has the Malvic visions, I believe that's what it's called. Poppy did get locked in though, so glad to see a Poppy. I really like Poppy actually ever since the rework. It's one of the probably best, better designed champion reworks.
She's so balanced. She's so fair, but you can still carry with her. I think.
Like fair in some regards, but yeah.
All right, and then that last pick there, that's going to be the. I was gonna say Nasus, but that's actually oh my god.
Nautilus?
Nautilus, there we go.
Come on, you play him.
I know.
We have so many people that we know that play him.
But yeah, that's the top pick there. So he's gonna go against the Poppy.
Actually, I think Poppy has a good time in this lane. Because if Nautilus ever wants to engage with that Q, as long as she has that steadfast presence being popped up, he won't be able to get near her. And I think she's able to actually do pretty well because of that AoE Q. He's a pretty slow champion to begin with, so he's not going to have a lot of opportunity to try and get out of it. I'm kind of interested to see how this bot lane works out. Ashe, though, does have a lot of damage. It's later into the game she will get it. There's a lot of utility coming out of them for that level 6 fight. But against, like, again, you're going against a hard engage Leona and Lucian. And the thing about Braum is he can't stop Leona from going through. And that's a big problem for him.
You know who can? It's Poppy.
Yeah, Poppy will be able to prevent Leona engaging with the Zenith Blade.
Yeah. She actually can stop 4 members of that red team.
Yeah, the only other person's pretty immobile on that Malzahar.
Yeah, he's going to want to stay back anyway, so he definitely won't be too affected. But when it comes to the other team jumping onto hers, Poppy's very good for ensuring that her teammates are safe from dives.
Yeah, especially with that ultimate going to knock him away. I'm kind of interested I am still interested to see how well this Malzahar plays out. He is going very aggressive in lane. You do have to kind of take that ignite if you want to have any kind of kill pressure against Vladimir early. Other than that, I'd rather see a cleanse on him, mainly because you have that Ashe ult, you're going to have that Braum ult and stun, and you also are going to have that Poppy that could stun you into the wall. It's not a pretty sight for Malzahar, and I feel like he's going to get picked on a lot in the game.
Usually when I see the Vladimir picked, especially in the top lane there, he usually has Ghost, I find.
Yeah.
So this time he's got Barrier. That's going to help him survive, but why do you take Ghost on Vlad?
Vlad he works well with move speed. Once you get down into that pool, you can stick with people just non-stop. You should still build a Rylai's at some point, but it just gets him into a better position, because that's the big thing about Vlad, is trying to get into position. And honestly, when it gets to the late game, Ghost does more than Flash. Again, Flash, you get the blink, but Ghost, if you're flashing in a straight line or any kind of way where you can pass to it in about the same amount of time, Ghost will last longer, and that's kind of why Ghost got those buffs we saw a little bit into the season.
Yeah.
Again, interested to see how well the volley is going to scale in the game. But other than that, it's going to be interesting. I want to see how well Graves performs. I haven't seen Graves jungle in a little bit. Graves kind of got a little bit, he kind of just got phased out of the meta. He didn't really get super nerfed by any means.
Yeah.
But with that, we're going to go ahead and get into the game. We are just waiting for the game to load in.
There we go. So yes, right now this is the first game of the semifinals. So Soup came in, they were just our 7th team, so they just got a bye in here, and Team 2 over here, they won the first game with spectacular results, making it so that Irelia and Zach saw no more play. So let's see how they do on different champions this time.
All right, so we are just going to go ahead and load into the game now as we go ahead and refresh that up. Again, T2 on your blue side as well as Soup on the red side. Again, semifinals, whoever wins this goes to the final and has a shot at... I don't really know what we have yet.
Yes,
Again, I haven't even confirmed it, so we'll see how well that plays out. But as we get on into the rift, let's go.
All right, let's see these initial item builds. Looks pretty standard.
We do have a Biscuit Mastery on Ashe. So a little bit more into the defensive tree, if I recall. She has to go into the defensive tree for that. Or is it utility? I can't remember. They changed it.
No, it's the middle one.
Is it the middle? Okay, so your defensive tree.
There's actually 5 people with biscuits in this game.
Yeah, so you got a lot of people running into the blue half there. All right, so let's see. Malzahar also running it. Nautilus deciding... Oh, wait,
Top lane Nautilus.
30 seconds.
That's what screwed me up. I was like, why is there no Targon's Blaze on the support? All right, so pretty standard starts here. We haven't seen any real crazy jungle invades today, and it looks like that's not going to change as we have the nice dance-off in the Baron pit. Volley Bear versus a little girl with a lollipop.
No. They're making bonds.
You start to realize how ridiculous some of these champions are.
Yeah, especially with all the different skins that they have.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's okay. It looks like it's just going to be standard starts here. Malzahar's there, hanging out, but he's just going to go meet his lane.
All right, so standard. Here we go. Gonna go ahead and leash Graves that Gromp.
All right, so yeah, so the ward does go down on top side red jungle. So maybe they're anticipating a invade by the Volibear. We'll see. He definitely did start up there, so that is an opportunity for him.
All right. Again, with the Malzahar mid-season rework, actually, for a lot of mages, that annoying shield that no one likes, and they're like no one other than Malzahar. And right now, Nautilus able to get some early trades. That's kind of where he has a shot at maybe getting a first blood or something. But once it gets into later where Poppy has that utility to try and stun him into a wall or something, she should be able to play safe. Meanwhile, again, Leona, gotta be careful, is gonna get snared up here. Again, they're going aggressive. Heal is blown and exhaust as well. 2 summoners down for Soup in the bot lane, so good pressure early on. Again, Poppy just not having fun right now. That early damage from, again, Nautilus is just a lot. And I think the one thing is I don't see Poppy running grass, which might be what's causing this lane not to be fun for her.
Malzahar, meanwhile, is just going to push this one in. Yeah, okay, so Leona has to watch out by not going too far out, because Rommel, all he has to do is just attack you once, and then suddenly you're in some danger.
All right, so Poppy right now, yeah, it looks like she's running that Strength of Aegis maybe. That's probably why, again, if you're in, oh, she is running grass. Again, if you don't run grass into a melee matchup up top, most of the time you will lose it. Again, mid lane though, Vladimir not having a lot of fun with this Malzahar. Again, Malzahar getting a little low on the mana though. That's where Vlad can play it a little more safer, play a little passive, regain health, and just kind of wait for Malzahar to blow all his mana. Again, Flash comes in, Ignite also popped. Again, Malefic Visions is ticking. He might go down. No, he won't. Barrier was popped. Meanwhile, up in top lane, Poppy going aggressive. That shield though does so much this early.
Yeah, it definitely does matter in those fights.
All right, so Malzahar right off the bat, no flash or ignite. Vladimir though does have his up still. So again, we might see some pressure into that mid lane from the jungle. Again, Graves sitting up in that top lane.
He's waiting for something to happen. Maybe for Poppy to just come in.
Honestly, at this point, Poppy should not be going aggressive.
But she is.
Here we go. Knocks him into the wall, but there's Graves. And she should be able to get out of this. Oh, she did turn around. That might cost her life. Again, Graves trying. He's going to flash, but it's going to die to the tower.
Okay, so that's a big trade there. First blood is going to go to Graves, but red and blue buff are going to go to Poppy.
Does she get to keep it through death?
I believe so.
I thought she had to be technically alive.
Oh, I guess we'll find out when she's spawned.
Yeah, if she died, if she got the first blood, she would have kept them.
Right.
That's usually how it works. Watch me just be completely wrong.
Oh, we'll see. So she elects to walk up to her lane.
Yeah, fair enough. Volibear is holding it. There's no pressure going to be coming out of Nautilus right off the bat. So it's a solid idea. Again, going to pop that shield. But again, the Malefic Visions just hurt so much, especially with the Voidlings. It is not fun to be Vladimir until you get that heavy sustain where you can actually out-damage him. Immediately off the bat, it does look like it's going to be a Roa for Malzahar. I think he just got his passive up there to dodge that. That's got to suck. Especially when you get bad timing like that.
So I'm looking at the dragon here, and it's going to be a water drake. So we actually haven't really seen many mountain drakes or cloud drakes in these games.
No, we have not.
Yeah, not at all.
Leona gonna get stunned up here, but here comes Graves from the side. He does not have ult. Again, there is the wall coming up, but he's not blocking the damage coming from Lucian. Lucian, here comes the heal. There is still a flash available.
All right, so low mana for everyone, and Leona's just unable to connect with that. Zenith Blade, so everyone gets out safely.
All right, up in that top lane. Again, Poppy trying to go aggressive, but here comes Volley to help her out. Again, tries to get the flash, but there was no vision needed toward the bush at the little better time. Able to get him in a stun. He's going to go down.
Nice.
Nautilus getting caught out there. Poppy getting a kill.
Yeah, nice gank there by Volibear. Good pathing. Forcing Nautilus to move into the river where he cannot escape.
So you want to know the really annoying thing about Poppy?
What is it?
Is if you build tank like Nautilus is right now, percent health damage on Q.
Yeah, but Nautilus is building armor.
It just kind of sucks because you're trying to get those resistances up and it just hurts you more.
Yeah, that's
fine. Like it feels less effective.
Yeah.
Because it honestly doesn't feel like you're doing much. Meanwhile, though, we do have Malzahar hitting that level 6, but does not have ult. And barrier's already back up for Vlad.
Yeah, well, Ignite's coming up as well. Yeah, actually, that is up.
Yeah, and at this point, actually, Vlad should be safe enough with the pool. Meanwhile, we do have some aggression coming out here. Lucian forced a flash. Again, Leona gonna pop it too. She will probably get stunned up here. No, just gonna get out of range, and they survive. Again,
yeah, more summoners are blown.
Trying to do their best. Again, Vlad gonna get suppressed here. Void Rush coming out.
That is so much damage.
So much damage. It's nuts from him. And we do see it's probably going to force Vlad to have to play very passive right now. Again, Malzahar will have that Ignite and Flash coming up to him very shortly, so he has to be a bit careful.
You know, Vlad's been doing a very good job, though, because if you look at his CS numbers, he's substantially ahead. Even though he's getting bullied by this Malzahar's not able to capitalize on the low health Vlad. By continuing the pressure, and Vlad's just continuing to get the CS.
All right, so level 7 for our mid laners. Graves just hit his level 6, so we should be seeing a little bit more aggressive ganks coming out. Again, that bot lane for Red Side should actually, I think they get level 6 off this wave. I'm not sure. We'll see really shortly, though. All right, so Graves going to clean up the blue buff. Both junglers going to take it.
All right, they're just going to hold on to the second blue buff there. Let their mid laners sort it out without their help.
All right.
But yeah, this seems to be one of our more evenly matched games, actually.
Yeah, so far it's been pretty even. There is a slight amount of CS lead, though, for blue side, especially in bot lane, now that I look at it.
Bot and mid lane.
Yeah, bot and mid lane starting to really throw in some damage into CS right now and try and get that gold advantage. Again, almost now a 15k gold lead, and honestly, that's all you need to do early. Is if you farm better, you can usually just outdo the other team later on. It helps you scale. Meanwhile, though, level 6 does come out for blue side before the red, so I was misjudged there. Meanwhile, Rift Herald is being taken by Volibear and Poppy. We'll probably see Poppy end up taking that, help her out in her lane.
Yeah, it looked like it. She definitely has it there. I'd like to see a gank over on the mid lane there, because Vlad's definitely itemizing against the Malzahar, but without any armor, he's very susceptible to people like Graves or Lucian just coming in.
Yeah, no, Graves would do a decent amount of damage. He's already got that cooldown reduction. I forgot the actual hammer name.
Oh, yeah.
It'll help him actually a little bit into the trades. Once Graves gets going, while he gets those dashes in, he can really get tanky and really start doing a lot while being a carry.
Looking at Graves there, and he was definitely spotted out by a ward, and I think he was... Okay, so he was just hanging out.
Meanwhile, here we go. Ult comes out. Snare comes out as well. Stun gonna land. Here comes the stun from Leona. Not able to get Ashe, though. And she goes down. Kill going over to Ashe to really enforce that. And they have Volley down here. They might be looking at maybe taking a Drake if they wanted to. It is pink, so they could get some vision right now. Meanwhile, in the top lane, not going too well for Poppy. Again, here we go. Aggression coming out. Malzahar with the suppression. Here comes the Malefic Visions as well as the Ignite. Pool finally used. Oh, the Flash comes out. He's able to get the Malefic Visions. That might be enough with the Voidlings. He is just going to survive due to the Vlad ultimate.
Round 2, Vlad survives once more.
Meanwhile, this bot lane is going to go down, and so is Lucian due to that arrow. Nice job by Ashe picking up the kill there with Volley.
Yeah, so slowly Team 2 is able to eke out some very important victories here, almost in solo lanes, all of them. And I mean, with a team so close in skill at this point, even the smallest advantages can help snowball the lead, and it's definitely going that way for Team 2.
All right, so we do see that water drake being taken right now. Here comes Graves, though, from the side. He's got to be a little careful. Does put the ult out. Is not going to be able to finish off. He does get it with the flash. Here comes Leona, though. Leona not in a good spot right now. Doesn't have the ult. It's about to come off cooldown. He really needs to. Double kill going over to Poppy. Malzahar not able to get to her in time. And this is not too good for Soup right now as the Dragon goes over to T2.
Actually.
Oh, here it comes. Here we go. Dragon taking down.
Okay.
Volibear able to secure with the smite. So good job there by blue side. Able to secure the Drake as well. Get a couple kills onto Poppy.
And Nautilus is going to try to push his turret in. See if he can get any damage. So all teleports are down. So it'll take Poppy a while to get back up there.
Again, we see this aggression going on from Malzahar, and Vlad trying to make something happen too. Meanwhile, down in bot lane, Lucian trying to make something happen. He doesn't have the damage, though. Heal coming out just in case. Ash going to pick up that kill. Yeah. Again, Ash, once she gets ramped up, you're not going to win a lot of the trades if you have similar items.
And Lucian did have better items, but Ash was 2 levels ahead of him in that match, so that was clearly going to go in her favor.
All right, so 7-2, 12 minutes. T2 starting to open up this game a bit and try and make some advantages happen. Again, getting that Rift Herald. Again, they got the Water Drake, able to pick up a couple kills. Poppy now in a really nice spot. She's going to be able to really just be able to stick onto people, and it's going to be really annoying to deal with.
All right, so that one pink ward in the top river there has been spotting out members of Team Soup all game, so they need to be able to find that one, because ganks in the mid lane are just not going to work out.
All right, here we go. Graves trying to get some damage off on Poppy, but Poppy already has that chainmail. Meanwhile, Leona tried to go in there. Wow, able to get the stun off, but Braum still has that shield up. It is making sure none of the damage goes through. Leona going to go down there. 8-2, Ash 3-0-3. Starting to really pull ahead here. Wow. Especially as well as the amount of CF she has over Lucian. It's not going too well.
And most of these kills, again, are in the lanes. A lot of them, except for maybe the Volibear kill, is happening without much help. So, yeah, Team 2 is slowly running away with this.
Meanwhile, though, here comes Poppy, not in a good spot right now. It's going to get ulted. Graves there, missing the ult. He's going back in. Volibear pops his ult. It's not going to do a whole lot. They should be backing off right now. You do not want to be in this situation. Unless you're going to be able to chain that CC perfectly, it's going to be really hard. Yeah,
Volibear and Poppy both were going back and forth there without actually doing any damage. Just deciding whether or not they both want to go in. Second guessing, maybe.
All right, so they're looking to steal that blue buff. Leona trying to walk in and just take it. Not going to work out. Luckily, the mini golem was able to block the Braum Q there, so she's going to get out scot-free. And Poppy going to apply some pressure here. Graves, what can he do? He's just going to clear the wave.
Yeah, just defend that tower, help Nautilus out. But yeah, Poppy and Vlad are both looking at level advantages. Actually, Malzahar matches Vlad now. But if you look at Ash and Lucian, the level difference is so big.
And you know, those levels, they are worth a lot of gold in themselves. It's somewhere around, I think it's 800 or 900 a piece. Like, the amount of stats you get from just leveling is pretty damn good. And you don't want to be falling behind this early, 15 minutes into the match. Again, there is always a way to turn it around.
So we are looking at a lane swap here with the top and bottom sides for Team 2. Looks like they're just going to try to get those towers then at this point.
Again, all the minions are going to be pushing down from red side in that bot lane. Again, I think it's pretty safe to do, but here comes Poppy. Teleport being used by Nautilus. I don't think he's going to be able to do a whole lot for his team. He might be able to flash Q, and they might be trying to go for a dive. Let's see what they are able to do. Again, lots of minions. But again, Volibear with the passive probably still up. It's not fun. Again, Lucian going to get knocked up here. Is going to get tossed around. He's able to get out there. Culling comes out. Here comes Vlad. Vlad able to get the ult onto Lucian. Lucian forced to back out here. And Volibear going to pick up the kill on Nautilus. Now they're chasing down. Poppy going to get the stun down. And Volibear able to help Vlad pick up the kill on Leona.
Very well coordinated there. Being able to CC the correct champion so that they're able to get all 3 kills.
So good on them. 11-2 is your score. T2. Again, now pressing the advantage. They need to start getting some more objectives here.
Yeah, so during that whole kerfuffle in the bot lane, Malzahar and Graves were unable to do anything with their lanes. Graves especially, he was forced to defend against the Ashe and Braum, so you couldn't really do much, but Malzahar wasn't able to push in. So definitely big advantages here for the blue side. And that's a lot of meaningful damage there on that bottom side turret.
Again, Poppy looking to keep pushing this in. Nautilus and Lucian looking to respawn. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Graves kind of playing lane Graves now. Has kind of been up there for a while. Hasn't been really able to go back into his jungle. And just kind of getting some CS, which is always nice as a jungler. You kind of want to get some more experience and all that kind of jazz. Again, he's being taken off the map, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. Actually, if you look at Poppy, though, she has a teleport advantage, and Dragon's going to be coming up in about 39 seconds, so maybe they can move some lanes around so that they can get some advantages here.
Let's see what they are going to be able to do here. Again, Malzahar keeps pushing that lane, but Vladimir, again, that CS advantage is starting to become really big. Just over 40 CS. Again, Spellmune there. Here comes the ultimate. Malefic Visions with the Voidlings. The Ignite also popped again. Again, the thing about the Vlad, he has enough health to live through this at this point, as well as the magic resist. You gotta poke him down a little more before you really can commit to him. That, or you have to consider getting a Morello really fast. And I think he should have in this build. Right now, though, Vlad getting knocked up and snared. Here comes Volibear. Flash comes out. Poppy there to come in. Big amount of damage coming down. Again, Arrow is just going to miss Nautilus, but they pick up the kill. Again, Poppy able to secure it.
Wow. All right. And the reinforcements from red side is not coming in soon enough to help out their teammates. Here you see Lucian and Leona. They're still on their way coming back down. Let's see if they can do anything with it.
All right, Leona able to get the snare and the stun. Going to chain that in. Again, a lot was used, but Poppy able to just not get away. Lucian's final shot. Here comes Braum, though, from the side. They go in onto Graves. Graves goes down. Lucian also going down. Vladimir not in a good spot now. Never mind, Nautilus going to get taken out. And it looks like it was going to be a 4-for-1 for blue side.
Wow,
good turnaround there at the cost of Poppy. Again, so much was committed there that they had nothing for that fight.
And now they have a lot to gain here. Bottom side turret is getting pushed in. They're going to grab this mid one. If they want Water Drake, Water Drake, they can grab that one as well.
And that'd be a second Water Drake too, which would really start put in, try and put the pressure onto Soup right now. Again, Water Drake on top of a Vlad, that doesn't sound fun. And Volibear too. You're not going to have a fun time.
And I mean, they were already hard to kill in the first place without any of the dragon buffs, but now, that's going to be the second one they grab. It's going to be real tough.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough road ahead. 10k gold up for T2. See what they're going to be able to do.
So yeah, they're switching Poppy back up into the top lane. Both TPs are down at this point. The TPs have been very good this game, I think.
Yeah, the TPs have been answered pretty fast. Again, you have to anticipate your TP with those changes coming through.
TP nerfs, I guess, where you can definitely see where people are coming from. And the channel time being a lot longer has definitely changed how TP has been used.
Yeah, it's not. Again, you have to be very committed to it, and you have to plan around that heavily. If you're too late to answer, which some pros have, Graves gonna get skyrocketed out of there. Kill goes over to Poppy.
Yeah, but Poppy's definitely getting ahead here. 626 is her score line, and we're looking at over a 10k gold lead again. So what once was a close match is really opening up for Team 2.
All right, and that top turret taking some damage here. It's going to go down. Third turret of the game for T2. Again, Soup has yet to answer for one, so there is some standing gold up there, but they aren't giving any chances to try and secure them. Again, T2's been rotating pretty nice. Meanwhile, Vladimir going to meet up with Nautilus right now. Nautilus, though, getting flinged in the back. He's going to get snared up onto the wall. Not a whole lot he can do. He gets taken down.
I definitely like to see more of the Malzahar combos, not on Vlad, but on champions like maybe Poppy or Ash.
Meanwhile, Ash and them looking to turn it around. Graves, though, tells her no, and she gets destroyed there. Braum flashes over the wall. Again, Lucian and Graves both have the dashes, but unfortunately not off cooldown as they push up into this top turret, blue side. Again, trying to make it happen.
How fast can they do it?
Malzahar can't do anything. They have enough tanks there, and they're just going to go ahead and take it.
Yeah, positioning of red is not in their favor in that fight.
So we do have our first Mountain Drake coming up with the day. Was able to see that.
Oh, excellent.
So we will see a Mountain Drake.
Yeah, I mean, what are the chances that we've only really been seeing Ocean and Inferno Drakes?
Yeah, no, there's been just a lot of those. And not that many Cloud Drakes either.
At all, no.
Yeah, we've been pretty lucky with our Drakes. Meanwhile, Graves gonna spot that pink ward, probably get rid of it right there. Getting 12k up for T2.
What can Soup do to come back from this? Because a lot of what's happening is when they blow all of their if they blow all of their abilities on one champion, they're unable to kill them, and they're suddenly open for a big team fight.
And they've been having to use all their abilities. Like they're so far behind they have to commit so much into usually one or two champions that they just get turned around because it takes them so long to kill them. Again, you have very tanky champions in the form of Poppy, Volibear, Vlad, heck, even Braum once he starts getting built. It's not going to be fun. So Baron is up and blue side is kind of making their way over. Probably just kind of going to clear out wards. Pings are going out though. Ash is still, Ash is still bot lane, so this would be pretty dangerous. Is going to get the hawk shot though to spot red as they try and rotate to defend this.
Oh man, it would be great if Poppy was split pushing right now.
Yeah, Poppy with that TB, she can do a whole lot. Volibear just going to walk on in. This is not. Arrow hits from across there. Going to pick up the kill. Poppy getting another one. And here comes Vlad. Vlad flashing in with the ultimate. Again, Lucian having to flash away, and the cleanup is just coming through. Unfortunately, not a whole lot they can do. Lucian going to go down there. Nautilus soon to follow. Here comes Poppy. And going to pick up a kill. 4 for none. Good play there by T2. 22-4. They can really start to put in the hammer here and just try and put this one away and move on to the final.
Team 2 is so confident here. Champions with CC are just ignoring other champions because they know that their teammates can finish them off. They're able to grab pretty much everyone in all these fights because they know that they're strong enough to do it on their own.
All right. So let's see here. Blue side starting to make their way over to the Baron pit. It does have a ward down. It actually just expired for red.
Alright, so this would be the perfect time for them to go for it.
Again, jungler is pretty far away. Graves still at base, and they're really starting to go hard on this.
Yeah, it doesn't look like red team's going to be able to respond in time, so this is going to be a free Baron.
No one's even going to check at this point. They're going to be able to take this, and this is a slow Baron right now. And they're going to be able to pick this one up. Graves nowhere in sight. Baron going to go over to T2. Good job on them.
Alright, so let's see how fast they can push with this one.
All right, so here we go. Blue side starting to make their way over. Nautilus not able to hit the Q. And Volibear and Ash looking to do something here. 22-4. Soup going to need to make something to come out of this.
Things are going down for that Mountain Drake, and that'll definitely help out the blue team if they want to quickly get rid of those turrets.
All right, so here we go. Again, Drake up in 7 seconds. What are they going to try and do here? Again, Froggear clearing out that bot lane. Again, red, what are they going to be able to do? Graves is still stuck up in top. He hasn't been able to leave there. He's been stuck there so long.
Yeah, he's constantly forced to go there to stop the minions from pushing in.
Another thing is there's still no Grievous Wounds. There's no Morello. There's no Executioner's Calling. There's nothing coming out for red side, and that's a big part of T2's champ pool is they have a lot of health and they have a lot of regen. Ghost is... No, that's not Ghost. That's the Scuttle Crab. That's confusing. Meanwhile, they're going to go ahead and take this Drake here. Volibear going to just solo it. Blue side just going to zone it out. And there's the third dragon of the game. 2 water, 1 mountain. They can look in and try and siege this down.
Yeah, they're going to target the bottom lane here because they've got a big enough wave to go through. We're just waiting for red team to try to respond here. They're going around the long way.
Again, red side, they're going to try what they can. They're grouped up. They want to try and make a fight out of this, but it might just not go in their favor. Here we go. Turret is going to go down easily. Volibear leading the charge. Here we go.
All right, they're ready to defend here.
All right, here we go. Minions are going into the base. Big wave top lane, actually.
If they fight this one, it's going to be a 5v4 because Vlad's not going to be with them, and he also doesn't have teleport.
All right, let's see here. Lucian not able to do anything there. Has to dash out from the Poppy Q.
All right, they waited too long. Now they have to deal with the Vlad coming in as well.
Yeah, they really need to make something happen. Big amount of damage coming down. Graves is just going to go down there to the ult. Here comes Lucian trying to make it happen. Pops the heal. It doesn't matter. Vlad is able to just chunk them out so hard. And Blue just going into the base. Poppy all alone right now. Leona not able to connect there. Again, Vladimir just able to just tank it out. Big amount of damage coming back out of there. Leona going down, pops the ultimate. It doesn't matter. Blue side looking to end the game right here.
Yeah, the bruisers on blue team aren't only tanky, but they also do a lot of damage. It was just the 3 of them, and they were holding everyone else out.
Through the mid lane, again, ult comes out, gets interrupted by Poppy, and T2 securing their ticket into the final. They should be able to end the game right here.
Yeah, slowly eking out victories, and the early game made it so that this one opened wide open, wide open, yeah.
And add insult to injury, Lucian and Graves going down, and that's your game. T2 taking this one, they're in our final. Again, the team comps, I think, is what really wanted here. Again, there wasn't even any attempt at a Grievous Wounds item, which really hurt them. I think that could have really helped them out. But at this point, that's kind of what ended up again, killing them in the end.
All right, so now we'd also like to call the winners of Game 2 and the winners of Game 3 up onto the stage to set up for your match.
All right, and we'll be right back once we get these guys set up and ready to go.